Hi, it's Claire, and I just want to make this video to tell you about all the different ingredients you can use to put in your soap that will enhance it. If you didn't see my video that I made that was a tutorial for how to make cold process soap, you should definitely check that out. But for this video, I wanted to focus on the different oils that you can use to make your soap, and then also all the additives that you can put in your soap. Okay, so the three main base oils that I always use in my recipes are coconut oil, palm oil, and olive oil. So coconut oil is a really good cleanser and it creates really big bubbles, and so that's a really good one to use. I usually use about 30% in my recipe. You don't want to use too much coconut oil because it'll dry your skin out because it's such a good cleanser. It'll take too much of your oils out of your skin and dry your skin out. But it's a really good one to include in your recipes. And then palm oil is also really good because it stabilizes the lather from the coconut oil, so it works really great with coconut oil. So it's just a really good base oil to use in your soap. And then lastly, the olive oil it's a low cleansing oil, but it is really nourishing for the skin. So especially if you have sensitive skin, you're gonna wanna use high amounts of olive oil in your recipe. Just because it softens your skin and it's really good at moisturizing and nourishing your skin. Alright, so I just want to go over a few other oils that you can use in your soaps. So first off, sunflower oil is just really, it's good for your skin. It's really high in vitamin E, so that's good. And you can use it to replace some of your olive oil if you don't want to use as much olive oil. Sunflower oil is a good substitute for that. Next is shea butter. So shea butter is a really good moisturizer. It's great for your skin. It'll soften it, especially if you have dry skin. You're definitely going to want to consider using some shea butter in your soap. And lastly, I just want to talk about just oil that is more cost efficient. Because a lot of these nicer oils can be expensive. And so if you're looking for a way to save a little bit of money, you can use vegetable oil or canola oil in your soap as just kind of a filler oil. And so I would use that as just at like 10% of the recipe. And those are more low cost soaps and that will save you money in the long run. So those are just a few of the oils that you can use, but there's so many other oils that you can use in your soaps. So it's just all about, like looking up what you can use and just trying out different things and finding what works best for you. But there's just so many different options, it's impossible to just, go over all of them. You just really have to look into it and just find what's best for you. Alright, so once you've got your base recipe down, now it's all about, what kind of soap, what it's going to smell like, what's the texture. It's all about, what you're going to do next. And so first I usually start with coming up with like a scent. I really like using essential oils to scent my soap. And there's just so many different options for those. There's just essential oils for everything. So I recommend using those to scent your soap, and you can I usually go online and buy a big pack of essential oils, that comes with a bunch of different ones, instead of going out and, buying them each individually. I think it's easier to just, get a whole pack. You can get a pack of, as much as 30 essential oils, and then you can, use those. And you can mix them and combine them, and just experiment with it and, make different combinations and have fun with it. And as for the other additives that you can put in your soap, I like using dried herbs a lot. Those are really fun, especially to go with your essential oils and kind of, mix it up and enhance the smell. I like using a lot of dried herbs. I really like using oatmeal. Oatmeal is really good at moisturizing, so I like putting ground oatmeal. I just put a bunch of oatmeal in a blender, and then it grinds it all up, and then you just put that in it. So it's really easy, and it creates a nice texture and a really good moisturizing bar of soap for you. I really like using honey. That's also a really good moisturizer. So just putting some honey in it. And then also just like salt is a good one. Charcoal. Sometimes I add sugar. So yeah, there's just all kinds of different things you can add to your soap. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. So I hope you got some good ideas from it. So good luck with your soap making, and thank you so much for watching.